Welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that. I'm Joe.
And I'm Calvin.
And welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that.
Alrighty. Have you seen the new illustrations that they've done for RFK Stadium out here?
No.
They really want it to look like the Dallas stadium.
You do what your brother does.
Brother?
Or sister does.
Huh?
Yeah.
They're related?
They're pretty much brother and sister. Even though they're rivals.
Oh, you're saying the teams?
Yeah.
I thought you meant the owners.
Because what's hilarious is if you go to Dallas, there's probably just as much Redskins fans running around Dallas.
You think so?
Dallas fans, yes.
Oh.
Same thing here. There's a lot of Dallas fans running around here.
My coworker's a Dallas fan. We give her grief all the time.
So, yeah.
But the Redskins are no more. They're the Commanders.
I'm sorry. You're right. You are 100% correct.
I don't want to go to the FedEx Field games. I've only heard horror stories about sitting in the bleachers.
Well,
or those stone seats.
Whatever. I'm not planning on going to a game no time soon.
Okay.
I would like to go to me and Clint was talking about going to a BMO game.
A Ravens game? Or Orioles?
Correct. Ravens. They're pretty much in the same, right across the street from each other. You've been to Orioles game, haven't you?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I've not gone to Baltimore to watch a game. If they played the Nationals, then yes. Okay. But if not, no.
It's pretty much right across the street from each other. We're in the Ravens Stadium.
Uh-huh.
Right over there is
Orioles.
Orioles.
Would you say the stadium's nicer than Nationals?
Orioles Stadium?
Uh-huh.
I'll be honest with you. It's the same thing.
Okay.
It's
That's fair.
Same thing.
Like food-wise, the choices are pretty similar.
That's
how I judge stadiums. Food.
It's no difference to me.
Okay.
If you can go there and be like, the food's better here, I wouldn't be mad at you.
They have hot dogs.
Every stadium has hot dogs.
Every?
Yeah.
Padres didn't.
Well, first of all, that's why no one liked the Padres.
Actually, apparently, there's like a cult following for the Padres right now.
And they're in a cult. Exactly.
Did you see how they changed their colors? I don't like it.
Whatever. Yeah. So I didn't know that. That's okay. Maybe they have something. Maybe there's a reason for that.
It was burgers.
Maybe there's a reason for that.
Burgers.
But
every they do a hot dog.
ballpark I've been to has hot dog.
I don't think I've ever eaten a hot dog at Nationals either. Because I got Shake Shack.
Yeah. I think every stadium got their own little special restaurant. But it is what it is.
I want a stadium where they deliver the food to you. I guess you send the special seating.
As long as you eating pot. Yeah. The GM seats were amazing.
I wonder how we get them. How we get these seats.
You have to go to MGM and gamble your behind off.
Apparently.
And then they'll give you and they might reward you with free tickets in their suite.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is just for them only.
Oh, wow.
You can't buy those seats or anything.
You lost a lot of money to us, so here you go.
Exactly. It's complimentary tickets. That's pretty much what it is.
Yikes. Okay.
And it's worth every penny.
Okay.
If you got the money to do it. To gamble, to get those tickets.
True. All right. Moving to That Happened with Joe.
That happened with Joe.
Thank you.
D-da-da-da. Oh, now you want your intro? That's crazy.
So, in case you missed it, Drewski recently did a mega church skit that has gone viral and has sparked debate.
Not a big Drewski fan,
Same.
but I didn't know how real a lot of the stuff he got was.
Okay.
The coming down the sky on one of what's called a harness.
It's a body harness. Yeah, that's it.
There was a preacher who did that for I want to say
Easter. Yeah.
And then he kind of got stuck. They had to turn around and then they had to get him down. Mm-hmm. He pulled that from a real preacher. The suit he had on is actually a real preacher who dresses suit. Like that.
Yeah.
So everything he did, it's not like he made it up. He got it because these preachers are out of their goddamn minds now. They're doing too much.
So one of the quotes that's kind of gone viral, and part of the skit, after he comes out on that body harness,
Yeah.
to revolution like Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
He shares with the congregation that one of their members, Wanda, told him earlier that she could not have a baby. And he impregnated her with the word of God. And he's going to impregnate everyone with the word of God.
Yeah.
You going to get pregnant with the word of God.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
then a praise break happens.
That came from I want to be swallowed. Swallowed. I want to be swallowed.
He's been real quiet. You notice that?
Yeah.
Notice that. My favorite part is when they're asking about the red bottom shoes he's wearing, because that's
the blood of Christ.
Yes, because he's a Christian and he's been stepping in the blood of Christ.
Yeah, a Christian been stepping in the blood of Christ. That jacket, literally another preacher wore that same jacket.
It is hysterical.
Everything he did is from actually what a preacher has done. And no one is mentioning that part.
Well, no, a lot of people are.
Well, yeah, the people who aren't butthurt about it.
So, him flying in the air is after Bartholomew, the flying preacher, which happened back in like 2018. It's just it's funny. He talks about how he's going to be raising funds for a project in Zimbabwe, and they're trying to get the congregation to Africa, which is pretty common. And he wants them to raise $4 million to do that. And it needs to appear today. And they're not letting anybody leave until they reach their goal, which is a callback to another pastor who said, lock the doors.
So he is that guy he's a get it out, Calvin. He's a gospel singer.
Okay.
God, what's his name? He sings praise in advance.
I have no idea.
Praise him in advance. I had my share of ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
People know what I'm talking about. Times when there was no.
You literally have a phone. You can search.
God came and spoke. I should know because I played every Marvin Sapp.
So even though the clip has had a lot of fans, there's still a lot of people who are, when I say that they are upset, they are upset.
Don't get upset at the preachers, the actual people in the pulpit who's doing it.
It struck a nerve with a lot of them, and they feel like he's being disrespectful to the religion and mocking God. One ex-user even posted,
Marvin Sapp.
You don't make jokes about God. It shows just how disrespectful and ungrateful you are. He is our creator, and you ought to revere him, not deride him. You can't make a career from rubbishing God's name and what he stands for. I watched that whole skit. He wasn't joking as God at all. He was joking against pastors.
This person needs to go jump off the roof of their house.
That's messed up.
He was not mocking Jesus.
Right.
He was mocking how outrageous these pastors are nowadays.
Yes.
Like you had this dude had a whole pool in his pulpit. And it was just too much.
Also, not to mention all of the pastors who get caught up for sleeping with members of the congregation, having to leave, not paying taxes, dealing with tax fraud.
Don't want to help the same people they said that needs to be helped, which are the poor.
Right. When emergencies happen, they lock down their own doors and don't let anybody
their doors to everything.
in.
Meanwhile, he has a whole subdivision.
He has a plane. So it was funny. It was the highlight of my week for me.
If you have to go to a stadium every Sunday morning for church, are you really going for church?
Mm-hmm.
Let the church say amen. The doors of the church are now open.
I think like if you reach stadium status, why are we still giving offerings? I guess is my question. For what? If we've reached stadium status, you've got a full light show happening. And all kinds of other stuff. You got a private plane. You living in a mansion. Why are we still giving offerings?
My thing is, if you at that point, all them damn sermons you're doing, you don't need the people money at that point.
Yeah,
they can still give offering and do what they can, but you don't need their money at that point.
But why are you giving offering? Is my question. I thought the whole point of offering was to help with the church, like to help the church message and help keep the church. If you're stadium status, what is this for?
Last time I went to World Changes Church in the 90s, they had a goddamn bookstore in that damn place.
Bookstore of what?
It threw me off because for a minute I'm like, am I walking through a mall?
It's very interesting. It's just very interesting how people say that church is not necessarily business, which is why it's not treated like a business.
Oh,
it doesn't pay tax. There's no taxes for it.
And guess what was in the?
But they treat it like a business.
Guess what was in the bookstore? Every sermon him and his wife did.
Who's he?
Creflo Dollar.
Oh.
All tapes, all the stuff.
Who's the
all
pastor
the books
with
they
Diddy?
wrote.
Who's the swallowed guy?
T.D. Jakes.
T.D. Jakes.
Same
I
thing.
played you his Love album. So.
Same thing. Exactly. You popping up albums. I know you done sold money books. Hell, you put out a movie.
Several.
So you don't need.
Several. And you went to Diddy parties?
You don't need the money. I don't care about the Diddy party because he keep it in there blessing people the holy oil.
Sure.
You don't know.
Yes.
He could have been throwing that Johnson & Johnson around saving souls.
Sure.
We don't know what he was doing in there.
Sure.
He was being swallowed by the spirit. He was swallowing people in the spirit. We don't know what he was doing.
Very interesting. But that's it. That's all I got for That Happened with Joe.
That Happened with Joe. Moving on to the first episode of A Killer Among Friends.
Correct. So we're watching a new murder mystery show. It's called A Murder Among Friends.
You know, you seen the Living Color when they're in the breakfast shop or whatever. It's like Silver Diner.
Shop.
They're in the diner. Okay. Right? And the old ladies come and serve people and ask them what they want. And then they got an old crazy man in the corner. He just yell out stuff. I eat my boogers. Every 5 seconds, David Allen Gray characters yell out random stuff. And they be like, okay.
That's you?
Yeah. This is when we was watching that show. Because I fall asleep and wake back up and just say something randomly. And you go, okay. And I go back to sleep.
Anyway, this is called A Killer on Campus. This is season 1, episode 1 of A Killer Among Friends. The whole theme for this series is that you have a group of friends and then somebody among them has done something crazy. So this takes place on the University of Kentucky campus. This is the summer of 1994.
Outcast.
There's a large group of friends who, some of them have known each other since high school and some have met through college, be either playing in sports or just being in similar classes, but they've created like a nice core group of people, and a lot of them are football players for University of Kentucky. And they really dressed it up like University of Kentucky was like killing the game. I don't know how accurate that is about their football.
90s, their football team.
It's mid-90s.
And their football team was
So we got Antonio, who is he was the quarterback for the football team. You got Robin, who was a friend. You got Trent, who's also another football player, besties with Antonio and Robin. He also has friends in the Greek system. They come into play as well. We got Charlia, who he's known since high school. She's also there at the school. We've got Sean, who doesn't play football. He's one of the friends in the Greek community that he has become friends with. So you got a lot of people that are in for like fraternities. So when I say Greek community, it's not the ethnicity, it's fraternities. You got Holly, who he's also been friends with for a minute. Dawn is a detective that comes into play later. We've got Chris, who's a football player and a friend, and Matt Blandford, who is a friend through the Greek system. So, through the sequence of events that happens later, a bunch of friends have come together to celebrate a birthday party for Trent. The football guys have all gotten a house on campus for the summer because they got to train during the summer. And they decided to throw a huge party for Trent there.
Oh, I remember they saying that one of the training rooms was in the basement of one of the fraternities.
That's so random. But that's how he became friends with like a lot of the girls that are in their group.
Yeah.
It's because the football players did have a training table in the basement of the girls' dorm.
Which was random.
Why? So anyway.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right.
Somebody got something about to get hit with some type of charge later. That's insane.
It's also the 90s. Who knows what they're doing? So anyway, this group has gotten really close over the summer because one, there's not a lot of kids on campus during the summer. It's a break. But also two, they've been throwing parties. They've been throwing ragers nonstop. So they're having this party for Trent. They're drinking beer. They're taking pictures. Everybody's having a good time. Robin remembers Trent and her kind of having a moment over the Lion King soundtrack, because this is around the time that Lion King, the movie, had hit theaters. And if you weren't alive...
Which one is that?
The cartoon. This is 95. 94.
Which song?
Can you feel the love tonight, Calvin? Please breathe.
That's what I'm saying. I forgot that song was in there.
What song did you think it was? I Can't Wait to Be King?
Hakuna Matata. One of
Girl.
them. I was like, that's why I was like, what song?
Elton John's "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" was the first uh single that they released off of that soundtrack, and it went triple platinum. It was huge.
I don't remember that. I don't remember the soundtrack.
In White World, it was huge. It was huge. It was everywhere. So they slow danced to this song because he really loved the soundtrack for The Lion King.
Sounds a little gay.
Actually, again, well, I was deep in White World in the mid-90s. This was everywhere. Grown people, everybody loved this album. They just thought it was so amazing.
Never played it.
It went triple platinum. We own the CD.
Never made it to the country.
Robin leaves around 12 a.m. And then there's Holly, who also is one of their friends. She was working at the Chop House, which is a restaurant over that way. And she didn't get off till like 1 a.m. So she ends up going to the party around 2.
Chopper style? Chopper style?
At the same time, so around the time that Holly's coming in, Sean and Trent are out front, just chilling and kind of talking. And they hear this loud boom sound. Sean turns to Trent to be like, "Did you just hear that?" And finds Trent bleeding profusely from his face. So he wraps his sweater around Trent's face, who's bleeding from his eyes, his nose, and his mouth at this point. And he's trying to help his friend. He's screaming for somebody to call 911. Antonio and the others rush out there to help. They put together that it probably was a shooter with the noise that they heard. So they're wondering, are they still in danger? Is the shooter still out there? Who else is he going to go after? They've called the cops. Paramedics arrive on the scene very quickly, like 2 to 3 minutes after they made the call. And even though Sean has tried his best to help Trent's gone by the time the paramedics get there. Detective Evans makes a scene and finds out that Trent, who was about 21 at the time, because it was their senior year, was the also other thing, is that Trent's the victim. They find a gun on the scene. Antonio, who's the lone black guy here, admits that he has the gun. It's not actually his gun. He was holding it for... It's not funny. He was holding it for a friend. That friend was Chris, the other football player on the team. And Chris says, "Yes, that is my gun. I own that gun." But what's his face? Antonio was holding it. It was in his car for a little bit. They checked the gun. They checked the chamber. And it's a handgun that holds about 6 bullets, but one of the bullets is missing. So they're like, uh-oh. So then the detective splits the group up to interview them and question them.
Bring y'all bitch asses over here in this corner.
Talking to Sean separately, talking to Chris separately, talking to Antonio separately. The group is shaken by how they're being treated after Trent's situation.
So what you know about Antonio? Can you tell me something about Antonio I don't know?
Chris particularly takes it really, really hard. He's like, they're questioning us. They're acting like they know one of us did it. And, you know, like it was just really, really unsettling.
So which one you guys killed the guy? Come on. Which one? Come on. Was it you, Chris? Huh?
Slowly but surely, other people are starting to call the friends that had left the party to tell them that Trent has passed. And everybody is having like a really hard time with this news. After Detective Evans separates everybody, trying to find out what's going on, he finds out that Sean was there when it happened. He finds out that Antonio, while he had the gun in his possession, is not his gun. And Antonio was very cooperative with police. Chris, who actually owned the gun, basically says like he doesn't know where that other bullet is. He has no idea where that other bullet is.
Shit, I don't know.
He hadn't been using it.
Shit, I don't know.
The gun is tested, and there's no gunshot residue. It tests negative for being shot.
That's the first thing they would do, is check to see the gun was fired.
I don't know. Well, then the gun goes to forensics because they have pulled a bullet out of Trent at this point.
And then they would dust the person's hands for traces of gunpowder or something like that.
Well, I don't know what because this is the 90s, so I don't know what the tech was looking like. Who knows? But yeah, gun goes to forensics, and even more interviews continue to happen. They're being asked if Trent had enemies or rivals, or if he stole anybody's girlfriend or had his own girlfriend stolen. And everybody's just like, we don't know. We don't know what's going on. Chris, who was one of the friends, who's the footballer who had the gun, who owned the gun but didn't have it on him, he was trying to call his dad about everything that was going on, but then realized like his dad's like in another state entirely. So it's not really going to go anywhere. And he remembers after the police finally released him, going home to his dorm, trying to sleep, and hearing somebody knock on his window. and he thought it was a shooter, and he's like in a panic. But when he looks up, it's his dad who has come to check on him. His dad drove for 8 hours straight to go make sure he was okay. And it shakes him because he realizes, like, Trent's parents, they've done the same thing. They're in another state. They drove out that way, but their son is dead. So it really, really shakes him. And like, these are all adults now. We're not like, these are modern day interviews that we're getting, and they're still like shook and crying over the loss of their friend.
Trent's dad must have been single.
No, his parents were together. He had a mother and father that came found. So
Okay.
now there's a killer on the loose. The friends constantly live in fear of whoever this person was that killed their friend, because the detectives have no leads.
I remember one girl was telling the story how she was walking to another Greek house.
Okay.
And some dude was following her.
Mm-hmm.
She just got scared. She turned around and went back.
Mm-hmm.
Which, okay. I just thought you just go to the other house and just look, I guess.
Well, the point is, like, they didn't trust anybody, because it could have been anybody.
Yeah.
And it's really affected, like, not only the friends, but like the school, the college. So the football season for the school shot. Like, they are so distracted, they can't really get anything together. And it's the senior year for these guys, so it's a big deal that they're not doing their best for this last year.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it didn't matter. They weren't gonna do anything anyway.
Anyway,
I just add like that little tidbit to the story.
The other thing is, like, the home that the footballers had all got together to stay in on campus, it stays empty. The school struggles to sell it, like, even years later down the road. It stays empty, and it becomes associated with, like, the bad part of town, even though it's, like, right there on campus. Law enforcement has continued to hit a block in terms of figuring out who has done this to Trent. Again, the gun that they discovered, which Antonio had, is not the gun that was used on Trent. There's no further information that's come from the kids at all from the party. They do find out that the gun used on Trent would have been a rifle. It's something called a 243 rifle, which has led law enforcement to create a theory that this incident was a planned sniper event. They think somebody was, like, across the street zeroing in on Trent so that they could get away.
That's a good assumption, because I'm like, that's what had to have happened, because no one saw the shooter.
That's true. No one saw the shooter. So,
great detective work.
One of the friends, this guy named Matt Blandford, they think he might be a suspect.
So they looked at a picture like, yeah, that's a guy.
Well, the friends say that after the shooting, Matt has been acting suspiciously. They don't go into detail about what that means. So I can only wonder what it was that Matt was doing.
I didn't kill him.
I don't know.
I didn't do anything.
I don't know what this poor
Matt,
man
dude, I'm just saying, hi.
did or did not do.
Did you do your science project, dude? You ready for the science?
But they're telling the cops that he's acting suspiciously. So he becomes a person of interest for the detectives. And they interview this man a lot. But they don't find anything at all. The case goes cold for years. So this happened back in 94. And they still don't have any answers, other than finding out what actual gun was used. But the friends continue to try to get answers for Trent years after his death. They do an episode of America's Most Wanted to try to get more answers. If you don't remember what that show was, what they did was they took ongoing cases, like cold cases, did a reenactment of what happened, and then asked you to call in if you had any tips or whatever about the situation that had gone down.
You will watch a lot of those shows if you sit around and watch TV with old people.
You would. Matlock.
I watch a lot of Matlock. I watch a lot of American Most Wanted.
Magnum PI. So
Quantum Leap. Things like
quality shows. Okay. Quality shows.
God, we had some good quality shows.
We did. So.
Mama's Family.
Yeah.
But we're going off on a tangent.
In the summer of 2000, so this is about 6 years after Trent's murder, they get a call from a woman named Amy Lloyd, who says she saw a newspaper article that included an interview from Trent's dad that was still trying to get answers for the loss of his son.
Unsolved Mysteries.
In 1995, so now we're going back in time. So in 2000, she calls the police station and she tells them that back in 95, she was dating a guy named Shane Raglan. Shane Raglan and her were having a conversation about the worst things they've ever done in their lives. What? What do you mean? So
these are white conversations.
I guess so. So, and in which Shane admits to killing Trent.
Shot in the face 2 times. Bow bow.
So that means a year after this incident happened, he told somebody, and that person just sat on it for 6 years. But anyway.
Okay. In her defense, if someone said that to me, I'm like, you trying to be the bad boy, the cool bad boy.
You're like, that's not real.
That's not real.
You're a liar.
He's being stupid.
Maybe.
I'm going to marry him.
Maybe. Well, they weren't so... Because the way the show describes it is that he's an ex to her. For this Amy lady, exactly. Shane Raglan is an ex for her.
So he said that crazy shit and she dated him.
So...
Just let that sink in.
So she tells the detectives this, that they had this conversation, and he admitted it to her. Turns out the detectives turn around and then they talk to Matt Blanford again to get some more information, and like, hey, we got this new name, Shane Raglan. What do you know about Shane Raglan and whatever that relationship is with Trent? And that turns on like a light bulb for Matt, because Matt goes, oh shit, Shane and I pledged together for the fraternity, but he got blacklisted by the president of that fraternity. And it turns out that Shane was having a conversation with Matt and Trent at the time and boasting that he slept with the president's girlfriend. And that got back to the president, and then Shane got blacklisted. The other thing they set up is that in terms of the University of Kentucky, joining a fraternity or sorority was a big deal. It was a big clout status situation to be in a fraternity. So the fact that he did not get to and was blacklisted, basically, meant that he was like the lowest of the low in terms of a social circle.
Who told who that they slept with the...
Shane Raglan was pledging with Matt Blanford. Matt Blanford is the friend, and he was a former suspect.
Yeah.
For the detectives.
I get that. So
they're both in the Greek system, so they're both pledging for this fraternity.
Yes.
Matt Blanford is besties with Trent.
Okay.
So Trent and Matt were hanging out.
And he told him that.
And Shane was talking to them too. And Shane said, I've been sleeping with the president's girlfriend.
Oh, okay. I thought, not Matt, the other dude. Trent told him,
Well, it turns out Trent told the president.
Trent told Matt that he was that.
I don't know what you were thinking in your head. I think you went back to sleep as I was telling the story.
I thought Trent told Matt that Shane was sleeping with the dudes. And the president just happened to be there in the conversation.
Because I didn't say any of those words. You just did that to yourself.
Yeah.
But Trent did tell the president of the fraternity that Shane was saying that he's been sleeping with his girlfriend.
So he was a snitch.
So apparently Shane and Matt were getting into altercations because Shane thought Matt was the one that was snitching. But Matt wasn't telling him who actually did it, just that it wasn't him. But Trent finally stepped in and was like, no, it was me. I did it.
It was me. I told the guy. What you gonna do about it?
Apparently, Shane then was like, I'm gonna get my revenge, plotted and planned, and tried to successfully kill Trent.
I'm like, try. The dude's dead. I'm like, well, he did it.
I mean, yeah. Well, that's all of the allegations of how this may have gone down. Detectives need more than just Amy's word to move forward with that. What's the word?
Case.
Allegation?
Let me guess. He told on himself.
Yeah. They wire up Amy and ask her to meet Shane to try to get a confession. Here, I'm going to pause it right here. She said this was an ex. She said this happened in 95. If I, out of the blue, call up my friend or my ex from my college days, mind you, it's been 6 years since all of this has gone down. And I'm like, hey, remember when you told me you killed somebody?
Yeah, what about it? Would you like details? So it was a cold Thursday night.
For real.
No, I'm sorry. It's Friday night.
The wind gust was about 30 miles per hour. No,
the grass was kind of cold.
Ridiculous. It was a starry night.
Yeah.
But no, she does it. She wires up. She makes arrangements to meet Shane. And you can hear in the recording, he's like, are you trying to set me up? And she goes, no, I'm just having a conversation. But he admits to it on tape. Shane gets arrested. I'm also going to pause it right here. Oh, how well in court? How are they going to hold that up in court?
Ask Marion Barry.
I guess so. So,
because the bitch set him up too.
not a bitch. Anyway, so then 8 years after the murder. So again, this happened in 1994. We're now in the 8-year territory, which was 2002.
I don't mean to stop you in the middle of your tracks, but like you said, that pussy must have been good.
I did not say that.
It had to be. For somebody you don't talk to for 6 years.
How dare you say like I said? I did not say this.
You did say that.
Oh my goodness.
You did say that. You thought it. They come and be like, hey, let's talk. And then the first thing out of her mouth is, remember you told me you killed this guy?
It really don't make sense how this happens.
And your dumb ass go, you trying to set me up, bitch?
Or at least in the way that they're explaining it to us. Either she was still dating Shane, like off and on. They had some sort of continuous relationship for her to be able to be like, yeah, let's talk about the guy who murdered that person.
Famous last words. You trying to set me up?
Crazy. Anywho, so again, 8 years after the murder, it's now 2002. Shane is found guilty of intentional murder. He's sentenced to 30 years. Shortly after that, 5 years after that, 2007, which is about 4.5-ish years after he's convicted, Shane has a new trial ordered by the Supreme Court. So his lawyers have been appealing the decision this entire time, and they made headway by the Supreme Court basically overturning that conviction so that he can have a new trial for the death of Trent. Questions about the validity of the forensic results allow for the trial to be held where Shane can negotiate for a lesser charge, and he does get it. He gets manslaughter versus murder.
Even though he plotted and planned.
And is sentenced to 5 years, which is basically the time he's already served. So he gets out.
Gotta love being white.
Later,
white with money.
Sherilia runs into Shane by accident. Mind you, this is the high school friend that Trent had, who knows everybody, including Shane. The group knew Shane. Shane was kind of like always around. And they said that his behavior didn't change even after they lost Trent. Like, it never really changed. He was always somebody that was kind of like around the group, but not really one of the group type of situation. So after they figured out that he's the killer, of course he was shunned. But Sherilia runs into Shane by accident while vacationing with friends and family. And Shane is living his best life. He's acting like nothing has happened. And she is like, what is even going? She tells him off. When they run into each other, she tells him off. And it's just like, you should be ashamed of yourself. It's a whole thing. The friends are on high alert to keep avoiding Shane, basically, for a while. And then around 2012, which is another 5 years after he was released, Shane gets injured in a car crash and is confined to a wheelchair. And the group feels that it's karma. It's karma for everything that he's done. Since then, they have not forgiven Shane whatsoever. They've all come together every so often to kind of share memories about Trent. The family has started a charity in Trent's name. And the University of Kentucky also has like a memoriam to Trent. So he's still like, his legacy is very much still at the University of Kentucky. And that's how it ended. Killer among friends.
Great. He's a dummy. He's an idiot.
Who's he? Which one?
Shane.
Okay.
This girl comes up to you, then her first words are like, tell me about how you said you killed somebody. And you go, you trying to set me up. She goes, no.
So the other thing,
and I know she said no, it wasn't convincing.
The detectives say that they could have tried it for murder again, but it would have required them to have testimony from Amy, and they had already promised her protection, that she wouldn't have to go to court, especially after she, basically set him up to get the confession. So that's why it dropped to manslaughter, and that's why he only got the 5 years.
Well, then I can't say it's her fault.
I can't fault her.
I can't.
I think it was poor planning on the law enforcement side.
Once again, police not doing their job.
I don't know. So the group had nothing but high praise for the police department. They were like, I think it's because they stuck with the case. Because we're talking years. This went on for years. And usually, if they don't figure it out within the first, I don't even want to give it a full year. But usually they drop things to a cold case status pretty quickly. And this police department did search for an answer for Trent.
Not really. What happened is they got a tip.
That part too.
That's all that happened.
That part happened as well.
That's all that happened. It was sitting in a file somewhere. They got a tip. They dusted it off, and they went investigate the tip.
Mm-hmm.
Got lucky.
I guess so. But yeah, that was a murder among friends. Killer on campus. Moving on
to our show is back.
Yes.
Love during lockdown.
Okay.
Season 7, episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
The first couple we get introduced to is Emily, 26, and Justin, 35.
Why does it say victim?
I don't know. I have no idea. I cut my words off short.
I thought you were saying Justin was a victim. I'm like, what did he do?
He got charged with something. Armed robbery or something like that.
Okay.
Firearm.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Possession?
Possession of firearm. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And selling drugs.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a guy that's selling drugs. So no, I take that back. This ain't so anywho, Emily is a hooker.
They call her a legal that she is a legal courtesan. That is what her title is.
She works out a small little place that makes it legal.
She works at a cat house in Nevada.
She lives in a buy me drink bar in Nevada.
It's not a buy me drink bar. It is not that type of place.
She moved there to be with big money for her son and Justin.
She didn't move.
She didn't move?
She's not gonna live there. She's gonna work there.
Okay. Well, working
and the working there does have accommodations, but she's not planning to live there. So
they met, her and Justin met on Facebook
mm-hmm.
6 months ago.
Okay.
Here's what is crazy. I guess she made a comment on this page or something. His ex reaches out to her and says, "Hey, Justin likes you, thinks you're cute."
She's running his page. Yeah.
He want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Sure."
This won't result in the end of my death. That's fine.
Not why are you running his page and getting women for me if you're his ex?
But then look at the industry she works in. Maybe it's not weird to her.
You're right. I digress. So that's how they end up meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Emily's gets to her whorehouse. She gets to. So I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
I like a horse house. I would love to know what that is. She
got to a whorehouse. So she flies in. Her friend Savannah picks her up.
Yes.
Trent calls her. They have a conversation. He's pretty much like, "I don't like you doing the job that you do, even though I know what you do."
She told him apparently, like in the first couple of meetings, that she does sex work for a living.
But he doesn't like that job. But it is what it is.
Uh-huh.
Savannah takes her to the whorehouse she'd be working out of.
Yeah.
In Nevada.
Yeah.
They get to the house, and while she's, I guess, getting ready and prep for her first, the mama son at the place already said she done put her picture out there on the internets.
Yes.
She already got a bite.
Yeah.
While she's getting ready, Justin calls her, and her and Justin have a conversation, and Justin tells her he might not be getting out in 2 weeks.
The plan was, that was all the reason she took the job where she did, because he was supposed to be getting out soon.
And because he was fighting a lot.
He didn't say fighting. He said, what did he say? Misconduct.
Yeah, fighting.
It could be anything. It doesn't have to just be fighting.
She said he got in a couple of fights.
Okay.
Since he got in a couple of fights, they're not going to see him till probably next year, October.
Never. Right.
So now she doesn't know what to do. She's running in a desert screaming.
Well, she still needs to make the money, but the reason she chose where she chose was because he was supposed to be getting out soon. The other thing that's crazy about Emily is she started doing sex work 3 months postpartum. If you don't know what that means, right after she had her baby, she had barely healed up before she was like, "Yeah, I'll do sex work." Girl, what?
Does it look like she makes good choices?
She did say she was struggling. Like, it was hard for her to keep work. She had a baby to feed. So she got into sex work and she started making big money. She was able to make $10,000 to $20,000 in a single session and like a single whatever.
Slopping on knobs like corn on the cob. That's what happens.
But it would even be I don't even know. But she was making good money apparently. So she's like, I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna make it work for me. And that's what she's been doing. More power to you, girl.
Moving to Goddess and Damon.
Why do you say it like that?
From Be More.
Why you say it like that?
So we meet her and her mom and her friend and maybe her aunt at I guess a clothes store.
Mm-hmm. It's a clothing store.
She trying on clothes.
I don't think that was her aunt. I think that was the owner of that store.
Okay. So then we meet Damon. Damon has been in jail for 2 years. And he's due to be released in 2 weeks. What did he?
He did a lot. So he's saying it's for gun possession. He's in jail because of gun possession. But when they show what his criminal history is, that nigga robbed people, he kidnapped somebody, like he did a lot of stuff. He was already a felon, and then they got him up. Then he got caught up again, and he had a gun on him.
Yeah, gun possession. Same old, same old. How to get all us black men when we try to kick us when I'm down, keeping us incarcerated in a system. Can you say conspiracy?
Your notes are like typing like somebody who's high.
That's why I didn't take notes in high school. I let girls do it for me. I can understand my own handwriting. English, page 5, 6. What?
Bet her mom the prison gigalow.
So they talk, and she basically says how her mom was making so many bad male choices, and her mom has pretty much said she used to be the jail gigolo. All she did was date men in jail.
Gigolos are male prostitutes.
Her daughter is now doing it as well. That's what her mom said. She called herself a gigolo. Hey, pimpin' no pimpin'.
I want to ask if she knows what gigolo means, because that means they're paying for her. That's what it means. That means they were paying her.
Let's be honest. Does she look like she knows what the
I'll give her mom credit though. She's like, yeah, I made terrible decisions. Why would you follow that? And there's another mom who says the same thing. It was very interesting. But they make a bet, you're saying?
Yeah. So we also find out that she has Goddess has 2 kids, and her baby's father, I guess, of her youngest,
they're still friends.
Good friends. And pretty much his dad is like a father to her.
Yes.
So while he's there, they're there, Damon calls, and he's like, you should have Damon talk to my son so they get to know each other, because he's pretty much going to be Brown, his daughter.
Yeah.
Damon goes, I'd rather talk to him in person, which is cool, but dad said you still could have just like talked to him on the phone.
Just a little bit.
Touch
base,
whatever.
Yeah.
We also find out that Damon has 4 kids of his own.
Child.
With 4 baby mamas.
Yep.
And he has a secret. The secret is he's still messing with one of his baby mamas.
Dun, dun, dun,
so you know how,
and he wants a poly relationship.
You know how love during lockup works. There's always one guy dating 2 girls, and he's the guy this year dating this season dating 2 girls.
I don't think he knows what poly means. I don't think he understands that if he's going to date that many people, that his partners are also able to date that many people.
Nobody know what words mean in this with this group. Nobody knows what words mean.
What did you think of Goddess saying that she likes him to the point of fatal attraction?
Crazy, love crazy.
And
dysfunction, love dysfunction. Some people love dysfunction.
I'm not gonna lie. I did think it was cute that he was really bragging about how a part of his children's lives he was, like how invested he was. But I also had to remember this was also somebody who was stealing stuff. So as much as he was in their lives, he still wasn't prioritizing them, because he was like, let me steal some stuffs. Let me hold some people up at gunpoint.
2 wrongs can be partially right. That's all I can tell you.
So he's trying to figure out how to broach telling Goddess that he is still messing with his daughter's mother.
Oh, by the way, her baby's father says I think this dude might be doing something. Her mom is like, I think this dude's probably got another girl.
Uh-huh.
So everybody's already telling her that.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens when.
She said she was confident. She said, I'm going to guarantee we're getting married. I said, okay.
She pretty much said she bet her mom that they'll be together in 90 days, after 90 days. Mom's like, sure. It's free. I'll take that free weed money any day.
Uh-huh. Kaylee
And Michael.
Yes.
Kaylee's 35, Michael's 33. Michael's pretty much in there for selling drugs because when you in Utah, you could come home on vacation and leave on probation, which makes no sense.
He said
from
Arizona.
Utah.
First of all, he said Arizona. Going to Arizona, go on vacation, leave on probation. And then when they posted his charges, it said court of Utah.
Let's just keep things in the region that they started and originated from.
So crazy.
We don't need to borrow every region's sayings.
This is also somebody who said that he got arrested for possessing a firearm, but the reality was he had drugs. They charged him with intent to distribute and for using and the firearm business.
So we all know Kaylee doesn't make good decisions because she has
she got 4 kids.
4 kids and
from 4 baby daddies.
From 3. I think 3 baby daddies.
She said possibly 4.
Possibly 4.
She was married 3
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 times.
3 times. She had 3 husbands, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Married 4 times. She had 3 husbands. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
I think you were high. Because she was married 3 times. 4 baby daddies.
Yeah.
I think that's what that was supposed to be.
Sure. This is why I should not be taking the notes.
She calls herself Hot Mess Express.
And she is, it's one thing she isn't, is hot. But she is a mess. So I would agree with that. Let's just start there.
Oh my gosh. She's got a tattoo of his name on her butt. Property of.
She pretty much worked out, got tired of working out, and just got all the fat sucked and put in places.
The way she set it up was like, because he says that he's been doing a lot of work while he's been on the inside. So he is a fitness trainer. He went and got a degree towards that as well. He got his certifications. She says that he drafted up a meal plan, an exercise plan for her. He said, like most Americans, she was complacent and didn't want to do anything. And she says, yeah, so I followed it and I lost a little over 100 pounds. But then she also says that she went and got, I forget what they call it, like a mommy body, something in Mexico.
Yeah, so there's a scene. She's in the kitchen. She's talking to her oldest daughter. And you would think the daughter was the parent and she was the child by the way the dynamics of the conversation was going. And that the daughter was actually doing the cooking.
Yeah. Well, the daughter's also asking the important questions. She's like, what are we going to do if it's not a good mix when Michael comes here with the little kids that we got here? Because he's been saying a lot of stuff. And he's been saying stuff like they got to get their acts together because he's playing no games when he gets there. He's not going to be afraid to discipline them. Mind you, they don't know this man. And none of these kids are his.
At all.
But he's like, I'm going to set the law. The mom's response was, well, you guys are going to have to listen to him. Ciao.
Yeah. This is going to go. I'm here for it. It's going to go bad. I'm here for it.
She's like, he's got to be the bad cop because I'm too good of a cop for you guys. You guys are spoiled. So you're just going to have to get used to hearing no.
Spoiled with what? You have no money.
Spoiled with what? You're not raising us. Anyway.
Yeah, that could be it too. So her and Michael know each other from high school.
Yes.
They were sweethearted friends with benefits.
She said they were sweethearts. They weren't. She's quick to say that they were friends with benefits because she didn't want to mess with him because she didn't like the way he looked in high school. And mind you, he's a year younger than her.
He was friends with benefits. But sure, I guess you would fuck anything.
That's messed up.
So she also goes and says she spent over $42,000 on him.
Yeah.
And she's pretty much in debt. Her mom comes over, brings food because she didn't want to cook. And her daughter's like, I just called Nana. Nana brings food. They don't sit at a table and eat. They just put the food on the arm of the chairs and eat.
We do that.
Is weird.
We do that.
No.
We got a table.
You do that.
Calvin, we have a dining table that we do not use.
What I'm saying is they didn't even have TV trays. They were literally had the plate sitting on the arm of the chair eating it. I don't know how you eat that. That's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable.
You've never been at like a family function and everybody's eating like and wherever they can find a space?
I either have my plate in my hand, eating like this, or I find a table, or it's in my lap or something. It didn't look comfortable.
But they're also being taped, so I could imagine some of this might be production being like, all right, just do it right here.
So, grandma and the brothers and the kids, well, the oldest daughter,
there's not
are talking. Kids. And pretty much the mom calls out the daughter about some of the choices she's making. But then the brother goes, you made the same choice. So some of the reason why she's going through this is because she didn't have a good
example.
The mom goes, you go to hell, kiss my ass.
No. She basically said, I didn't say I was a great role model, but I would think that she would learn some lessons from what she went through. So she's not doing it again.
Oh, by the way, you're out of the will. And all of you.
She didn't say any of that.
And all of you are adopted. Oh.
But it does make Kaylee cry.
Well, then, I guess Michael calls her, and he's pretty much, you got my shoes, my socks, you got this, you got this.
That was before the little meeting.
Do you got all the stuff for me while I get out? When I get out?
He wants 10 pairs of socks, a razor, an electric shaver, a Manscaped kit, lotion, like a lot of things. It's very detailed and it is very long. But her mom, her brothers, and her daughter are all like, we just want you to be cautious with him. Because we don't know this guy. And you're about to bring him and apparently his kids into this family.
And he keeps going to jail.
Yeah.
So we fast forward to Michael's mom.
Yes.
And we find out that Michael
says he's financially literate.
He knows how to save and
invest.
Well, he's very
financially literate.
Yeah, and he knows how to pinch his pennies and save and keep,
again. It's not saving; he's making this money through investment.
And he knows how to. He's very whatever.
Financially literate.
So, but he doesn't want to spend his money. He just wants to spend her money.
But also be mad at her for spending money.
Exactly. Yeah. But he's also mad at her because she's spending too much of her money that he's trying to take.
How dare he?
Which makes no sense at all.
It doesn't. He's like, I haven't told her that I have this money saved because she be blowing through money. We just listened to you give her an 80-page list of things that you want. So I don't, what? And she's been dropping money on you for your books in that prison.
Even though you don't need it because you have your own money.
Oh, make it make sense. Make it make no? Okay.
Just have to make sense to me.
Goodness gracious.
And finally, it's not the last couple, but the last couple in the first episode, we have a oldie but goodie. Monique's back.
Yep. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
And she pretty much got with a dude that likes to kidnap people. Apparently.
Titus is his name. He's a year younger than her. And he's in Ohio. An Ohio State prison for aggravated robbery and kidnapping and possession of a weapon.
But he let Monique tell it the kidnapping doesn't.
She said Ohio just be throwing it on everything. Like just because you hold somebody against your will, they think it's kidnapping. That is the definition. So
of kidnapping.
So
Barney.
Then she also talks about how she's been on a weight loss journey, and we see her working out. She's going to like her little fitness class.
It's a journey.
Calvin is being so rude. Titus has been in jail for 13 years, which is not great. And he was in the hole for 2 weeks. Oh yeah, that's right. That's how Monique was the love of his life.
Yes.
Because he was in the hole for 2 weeks, and if you're in the hole, you can't make out calls, nothing.
I like how you read that like you was questioning that it was real or true.
I was reading it like you were gonna say he was in the hole for 2 years, but it was 2 weeks. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He says that Monique stuck by him. He was in the hole for 2 weeks. He couldn't make calls to her, and when he got out and called her, she was still there. And I was like, "What do you mean?"
Okay. So she's on FaceTiming him or whatever. She asks him a question. Are you ready to come home? He never answers the question. Cut to his cousin comes over and starts installing cameras all over the house.
She had asked him for help with installing a security camera, a Ring camera, on the front door. Little did she know that also included 3 other cameras. They're going to go on the inside of their house for some reason.
Pretty much, she's being kidnapped and don't even know it.
He's like, we're gonna put this one and face it towards the bed, and she's like, why? Why would we do that? If it's a security camera, don't we want to know who's coming into the room?
We got that. That's where we got the outside cameras for, bitch. This one to make sure nobody coming in the goddamn room.
But that's not what he said. He said, we're gonna put these in your room. That's what he said at first.
Yeah.
And she was like, why would we put him in the room? And then he was like, oh, okay, we'll put one outside.
Because your crazy boyfriend wants him in the room.
Not only that, but when his cousin gets there, Titus makes him go outside to have a private conversation that he doesn't want Monique to hear. And it's just him checking in with his cousin being like, all right, so what's the aura? What's the vibes of this girl? Nigga, what is happening right now?
You can tell she can't look at a picture and say, and can't see that someone's crazy. You can look at that dude's picture and be like, he kidnaps bitches.
She also said he's 6'3", 6'4".
He kidnaps bitches.
Is he 6'3", 6'4"?
And then he said some crazy stuff to the people in his little thing.
His confession. Yeah, they asked him something about how is he going to feel about Monique when he gets out, and he's like, I'm loyal. I'm a very loyal person. So when I get in relationships, it's serious. And if I had a relationship with you and you're not serious, then I'm gonna try to cut your head off. I said, what? Huh? I've never heard that as a saying. So okay.
And
cool.
She's still smiling.
She does admit that part of her just really wants to be loved and kind of will take whatever she can get, which is not great. Because she'd been through it. And she does talk about how she's kind of scarred because, again, this is not her first rodeo with 90 Day Fiancé. She famously was with somebody else who, in her mind, changed his mind when he got out of jail. And it caused all of that ruckus. As viewers, we know that he was just talking shit the entire time. So, which, honestly, I think is happening again. So, we'll see. We see.
Shall see.
Anything else?
And that's pretty much love during lockup.
Okay.
What do you think so far?
I'm invested. Haley and what's his name? Michael?
Mm-hmm.
They're top of my list for watching it just burn to the ground. Goddess, I feel like David doesn't realize the strength that Goddess has. I don't think he is really quantifying how crazy she is. So I'm looking forward to a fight, like actual fisticuffs. Emily and Justin situation, I don't really know what to think of this. I feel like Emily's using this to spin off her own show, which I would watch about a day in her life because I don't see them as a real couple.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because I don't think he's ever getting out. So I don't, and he's so bothered by her doing sex work. And she's like in there giving the disclaimers of how, like, for her, the sex work is literally work. It's not anything. She's not looking at it romantically. She's not looking at it passionately. It's literal work. But with him, this guy that she's chosen to be with, it would be more. But for him, it's a hard pill to swallow because he's just like, sex is such an intimate act. You know, I'm really having trouble seeing her do this and not have an emotional attachment to it. And again, it's not a surprise that she's doing this work. She was very upfront that she does this work, but I think it's really getting to him. You
met her being a whore.
Wow.
Why do you think she's going to change now?
Wow.
But it sounds harsh, but that's the truth.
She's a legal courtesan. The job title that 90 Day put, not 90 Day, that Love During Lockup
I'm not saying what she
was
doing.
Whore. It's legal courtesan.
I'm not saying what she's doing is she should be arrested or anything, whatever. I'm just saying you met her doing this. This is the only way she knows how to pay her bills. Why would she stop? You can't support her.
It's also something that's really paying out for her. Like, she's really making good money.
I want to see, what's it, Kaylee?
Okay.
And Justin. Is it Justin?
Michael,
Kaylee and Michael. I want to see this train wreck.
It's gonna be a good
I want to see how crazy he gonna talk to these goddamn kids.
It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be crazy.
And what the oldest does. I want to see how crazy he gonna talk to.
It's gonna be crazy.
I got a feeling he can talk to these kids crazy as hell.
I agree.
It's gonna be like that girl that got that dude that had an older daughter and got the older daughter kicked out the house. And made up shit. I think it's so that they can only have to worry about his kids. But she can't talk to his kids crazy. So I want to see how the dynamics shake out on that.
I want to know if he's even allowed to talk to his kids.
That's a good question.
I wonder how big of a, I don't want to say category, but like how, like influence, like how big of the pie is it with his kids?
The goddess and Damon. We know how that gonna be. That's ghetto. That's ghetto love.
Is it gonna be? You remember that one lady who made a career of dating people in jail?
Yes.
And he had another girl also.
Yeah.
And they fought each other while he was still in the prison.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be that?
It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse. You can look at goddess and tell she don't mind yelling and arguing.
That's very true.
Probably using her hands.
She has no problem with it.
The other baby mama, you definitely know she don't mind using her hands.
I guess I'm wondering, once he drops the bomb that he wants to be in a poly relationship, if that's going to be enough for Goddess to be like, fuck this nigga, I'm out. Or is she going to like try to triple down and prove to him he doesn't need it? He just needs her.
Anyway, look at it. It's going to be good entertainment for us.
I feel bad for the children. I feel bad for the children.
I don't feel bad for these badass kids.
Especially Kaylee's.
If the people don't care, why should I?
I feel really bad for Kaylee's oldest. That girl got a lot on her shoulders.
If you don't care about your own kids, why should I?
Alvin, that's terrible. It's terrible and cold.
That's all I got to say about that.
I just can't imagine what that girl has seen so far. She's seen every marriage her mom has been in. She's seen her mom go through, because Kaylee mentioned she was in addiction. She's seen all of that.
She said,
and now her mom's like, yeah, I'm bringing this guy home.
She's seen the depths of hell.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah. And that's all I got for love during lockup.
Okay.
We still got maybe 2 or 3 more couples.
Really?
Yeah. We still got the lady with the bad wig. The black lady with the bad wig.
Oh, okay. And the guy who has like 999 years in prison.
Yeah. And we also got the black dude with the Italian girl.
She's Italian?
Yeah. And Italians hate black people, so this ain't gonna work.
Why do you think she's Italian?
Because she says she's Italian.
That's what she says out the gate?
She says she's Italian. Her dad's Italian, and he don't like black folks.
That's good.
So,
interesting.
Got that guy and her, and I think that's the last one. Maybe one more. I can't remember. And that's it.
It's going to be a good season.
I'm here for the debauchery.
I'm in.
As Mike Tyson will say.
What other shows are you watching?
I'm still doing Before the 90 Days. I think it was episode 8. I mean, season 8.
6.
Season 8,
but episode
season 8, episode 6. Yeah, Javon and Adeline. Annalyn. Pretty much still arguing over him talking to that his ex.
Listen, I'm gonna get into a rant. I'm gonna get in a rant about Javon because he is such an ancient nigga. Listen.
You can go.
First of all, he asked her how his sex was, and put this lady in an uncomfortable position to be like, it was an experience. You know you were bad. Secondly, he treats her like she dumb as hell, and I don't know why. He's acting like anything she's talking about is just aggressive and too much. And it's really her stating facts and being like, so what are we going to do about it? And him not coming up with any resolution. And then she brings up the fact that he is still talking to somebody that he was romantically interested in. And instead of answering her directly and being like, yes, that was something that was true. I'm not going to do that anymore. I apologize for how that made you feel. He makes it sound like she crazy and is just coming up with random things to fight about. When it's a literal thing that has happened that you just won't own up to for some reason. You ain't shit, nigga. So like it's and then he has the nerve to complain that she's too expensive because he's been sending her $500 a month, $400 a month to the Philippines because he told her to not work so that she can be available for the phone calls. $400 is not a lot of anything. So the fact that she's able to make it work in the Philippines should say a lot, but he's like, she's too expensive. At $400 a month. I hate him. End of rant.
Laura and Burkhan.
Laura
and Burkhan.
Okay. They had sex.
I don't know how to follow that.
They had sex. They had it in.
They got it in.
And she was nervous because she had just shown her whole body for that doctor's appointment.
But then she got upset again. I don't know why.
Well, no, we know why.
That he has debt.
He's
and
like,
he doesn't care about paying it.
He was like, I have about $50,000 in debt. And she was like, oh, Romanian money? Because that's not too bad. That's like 5,000 American. And he goes, no, in American money.
Gotcha.
And she goes, are you kidding me? Everybody's telling me you just want me for my money. Gotcha. Burkhan goes, no, I'll fix it myself. Because once I leave here and move to America, they can't get me.
It's gone. Poof.
Which is not how this works at all. Which does not how that works at all. But he's like, yeah, they can't get you in America.
I don't have to pay if I'm not here.
And they're not going to follow me to America.
And they don't follow to America.
Okay. I'll have a whole new identity there. And she's like, no. That's not how that works. And he's like, it is.
Yes, it is.
It is. That's how I'm going to resolve it.
I'm
going to move.
Don't worry. It'll be done.
And she's really, really stressed that he's not taking it seriously and hasn't even attempted to try to pay down his debt. But I also want to point out, he's in his 20s. This is literally how he thinks.
So he chokes her into a wall and then makes out with her. And
she loved it. And she loved every minute of it. She's like, okay.
Makes out with her and done with it.
Actually, we don't see any of that. That's a preview for some episode at some point. But all of her fantasy dreams have come alive. So
Lisa Daniel.
You said Lisa Daniel like it's one person?
It is. They meet, they swallow each other's face.
For real.
And she has anxiety because she's never been he doesn't want to sleep with her on the first night because he wants to do it the right way.
And I'm a little confused as to where these tenets are coming from. Is he a Christian? Is he not a Christian?
Yes. He's whatever the ancestors tell him to do when they roll their dices out.
It's very interesting.
So,
because she's already gone against every promise she made her daughter.
So she's like, she's in her head way too much. And I think that's how that one ends.
Well, so she's concerned because she still hasn't told him that she's technically married to a woman.
And also she's about to meet his family.
And she's like, what questions are going to ask me? Girl? Okay.
They didn't say still have some.
But to her credit, I too was confused because he was trying to take the breath from her lungs on the way to this little Airbnb, and then as soon as they got there, it was like cold.
This ancestor told me he has to have the spirits of the white woman inside of him.
She tried to be flirty and like tried to touch his chest, and he was just like, no. And then she dressed kind of Cecily for him in her red nightgown, and he was like,
Go to sleep.
Don't touch me. Go over there.
Go to sleep.
It's very hot and cold. And then see how she slept in that wig?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't talk about Joshua and Elise. They still haven't made their
debut. But we did get to see Calvin's favorite couple, Gina in the forest.
Emma and Ziad. Same old. Still arguing.
I have tea for Ziad.
What's going on?
So remember how she said she's constantly in his phone? He's talked to all these other girls on the socials?
Sure.
He's an ambassador for his country. Part of his job is tourism. Part of that job is reaching out to folk to come to Morocco. On what? Social medias. Da-da-da.
So maybe that's why he's hiding. That's what he's hiding. He's an ambassador.
I don't think he's hiding that.
I think he is.
Why?
There's no way this idiot. You know what? Stupid is as stupid does.
Girl, this is the same girl who said we don't have no titles, and then was like, he told me he wanted me to be his wife.
So
as a legit argument,
they pretty much have a big fisticuffs.
She goes to meet his friends for the first time.
Yeah, she has a big fisticuff argument,
and it makes her happy because he hasn't introduced her to friends or family at all. So she sees this as a positive move. But it quickly unravels. We also learn that she got into a relationship with Ziad and is accusing him of all kind of cheating, when technically when they got together, she was in a relationship herself.
But we've been broken up for a week. I told you that.
No, we broke up. We broke up after we started talking.
And I told you that.
And she doesn't count it at all. And she's like, but he definitely talking to other women. And his poor friends are just sitting there like, is it done? Are we done? Is it done? Are we done?
Does the wig glue chemicals get into your brain and mess your brain up? Can that happen?
I think it's the contouring. Remember she said she had to contour her boobs because they were running late and she was trying to get her boob contour together? That's what I think is happening. I think it's the toxins from the spray tanning, the makeup, plus the wig. But to her credit, that wig clean. She's doing a good job with this wig. That wig stayed styled and profiled.
And that's Ziad and Emma. Forrest and Sheena, they pretty much get on a bunch of
they're taking their trip to go see her parents. Finally, they finally got Forrest's mom to forcibly agree not to come.
They get on boats, trains, airplanes, and whatever they have to get to.
Yeah.
To get to her village.
Actually, she's going to the same township that Anna Lynn is in.
So, okay. So they are on their way there. Yes. They get there, and she pretty much breaks down to him, hey, whatever you do, you got to hit this out the ballpark because you don't have a job.
Yeah, and they're really concerned about that. They're really concerned about the fact that you don't work.
100% concerned with that.
Forrest sees this as them seeing him as a rival because they're taking Sheena's money. And he's supposed to be taking Sheena's money, so he doesn't understand what their problem is.
I don't think Forrest thinks that way. I think he thinks that they think he's gonna take her money now.
Forrest for sure thinks he's saving Sheena. He definitely thinks that he's gonna get in there, stand up for her, and save her. Because what she's painted is that her parents, while she loves them, are cruel and manipulative. So he's like, I'm gonna take you out of this. He's in for a surprise.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what we leave that at. Molly is still upset because she's not there.
Yes.
And she's pretty much yelling and talking to herself because the other person that's with her.
He's long since checked out.
Not there.
He's talking to the ancestors at this point. He's gone.
Yeah, he's comatose. He's going off a lot of peyote.
Ashwagandha.
Stig and Aviva.
Oh, another Asian nigga. I'm saying nigga a lot, but I'm just in that mood.
Yes.
I'm just very much in that mood.
And we're already censored enough.
In case you forgot, Stig is the music artist out of Belize, and his girlfriend Aviva is his girlfriend of like a few months, or it's not even like a full year.
So, yeah, she gets to the record to the studio.
Well, they wake up in their Airbnb. Because they spent the night together. He went all out with the rose petals and whatever, so they could get it in. And then he takes her to the studio because he has to record a song. And while he's there at the studio, she gets a talk. She gets a conversation with the manager, who's just like, "Hey, so you really like him?" And she's like, "Yeah, I really like him." And he's like, "Yeah, okay. You know, he had an ex-girlfriend in Texas who also was a white girl." And she goes, "Huh? What?" And he goes, "Yeah, he did a whole event there." And she really broke his heart, so we're just a little cautious about his feelings in this. And she's staring at this manager. He's just like, "Yeah, so."
And he's in
don't mess with my money.
And he's in the booth going, "Arababam. I rip and I rhyme. I rhyme and I rip. Evia, I wouldn't really want to be with ya. You, the girl I want to see, I can only see myself with ya." I'm like,
you were literally spitting.
I know. There's a lot going on. Because I was spitting hot fire. Because I spit hot fire.
Actually, he was talking about laying up some girl. He's like,
I want to, Avia, I want to leave my pipe
this
in
is a song for you, Aviva.
Aviva, I want to leave my pipe in.
And then it's a whole song about just fucking her. I was like, oh.
Just leaving a lot of pipe.
Okay.
He is the plumber.
So romantic, I guess.
But she don't hear that no more. It's because
she's getting a lot of shocking news from the manager.
He has ruined his poom poom.
He basically was like, "Girl, don't waste your time because he's not going to be serious. You're just another one in the Rolodex of many." And she's just like, "What?"
So then they get back in the car. He's like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "Pretty much you lied about you being with a girl, or it might rebound or whatever."
Well, but also, yeah, he lied about being with a girl. He had told her he had gone to Texas for a show. He neglected to mention his ex was the one who booked that show, and that he had such a strong relationship with this girl who apparently broke his heart. And he does not answer her, and instead makes it sound like she crazy and looking too deep into things.
Because she kind of is.
Oh gosh, it's absolutely ridiculous.
She didn't listen to none of the hot fire he was spitting in the booth.
I will say there was a point where you were like, "What does he want? What does she want him to say?"
Yeah, what did she want him to say?
Did she really just wanted him to validate, one, that she shook, but also two, like, yes, I apologize. I'm taking accountability for the fact that I didn't really tell you everything, but you are who I want to spend the rest of my life with. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's what she wanted to hear.
Y'all expect too much.
How is that too much?
Dudes. Y'all expect us to be to articulate every damn feeling. Y'all want
Is
too
it
much.
articulating every feeling?
Yes.
I don't know that it's
Because
necessarily that.
If he didn't say it exactly like that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything.
What other way could he have said it but meant that?
Hey, you mean a lot to me. But that wouldn't have been enough work.
Oh, okay. So you're saying all of that would have summed up, I'm wrong. I was wrong about what happened before, and I'm serious about you. Look, I just said it in a short way as well. I was wrong about what happened before. I'm serious about you. That's all he had to say.
Yes. Okay.
But he didn't say any of that. Instead, he was like, you crazy.
I just got out of the booth.
You crazy.
I just got out of the booth. I'm trying to think of my lyrics, think of how to get my song sound. I'm trying to get in my mode for my concert.
And?
I gotta be ready to put on a show.
Oh my God. So then he does his show, and she's watching him perform, and he's working the crowd, and then he just really gets up and starts hunching on some lady, and she's like, oh. Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable when he does that. It was like, well.
Then go to the dressing room.
Then go to the dressing room?
Yes.
How are you going to sing a love song supposedly about me, but be hunched up on somebody? And you told me to be here. Like, why? Why?
I never said he made good choices. I never said he made great choices. Never said that.
It's so crazy.
Never said that. I'm done talking about steak. Trisha and Rick.
No. Rick or Reggie?
Rick.
It's Rick?
Yes.
I've been calling him Reggie this whole time.
Big face Rick. Pretty much
Tap dancing Rick.
That's his new name. Tap dancing Rick. It's pretty much tap dancing on the fact that he cheated on her. Okay. And he's trying to put the blame on her for him cheating on her.
Hard.
And that she had to do something else because there's no way she could have done something else because he did something else.
He was like, why would you let your ex fix your car? Because he can?
Because he broke it?
Because he can? He dropped off your bike? Yeah. Yes. You're still talking to your ex? What? She has to literally show him text messages that show that, like, even though her ex is trying to reach out to get back with her, she's not responding. And he's just furious. He doesn't believe her. And he keeps setting up all of these tests for her to pass. Producers are finally like, hey, so do you think maybe some of this is a projection? Because you did cheat on her?
I don't want to think
in Colombia?
I don't want to think that's projecting because...
He's like, I guess. Like, what? Nigga, no.
Tap dancing Rick is what they call him in high school.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And we're just going to see more of that ridiculousness as he continues to test her.
And that's all of 90 days before the 90 days.
Correct.
Anything else you're watching?
I really can't sit and watch 90 Day the Other Way, but I am invested in what's her face and what's his name. Do you even know their names?
No.
Is she in Panama or Peru?
No, she's in Brazil.
No, she's not in Brazil. She's not in Brazil because they're speaking Spanish. I think she's in Panama.
Okay.
But so there is a couple on there. This guy is from LA. He's like half Mexican, half English or South African. His dad's something. And he's in his like mid to late 20s and he started messing with her when she was still in her teens. I think she just got out of her teens. Like just turned 20. And when they first introduced this couple, he was like, yeah, we've been together for 6 years. And people are doing the math being like, that doesn't make sense. If she's 19 and you've been together for 6 years, How that makes sense. And then he changed it to we've been together since she was 19. That's not better, but okay. Sure. She literally looks like a little girl. He proposed to her, but he has not really tried to follow up with them actually getting married. He's kind of dragged her around. He gave her a business as a way to kind of shut her up about wanting to get married. And she flourished in that business. She had a little nail salon that did really well. Madeline. She has a beauty she has a nail salon that does really well and is making a nice profit for her. She manages it very well. Meanwhile, all his business ventures blown in the wind. He had a watch situation. No. He had a sunglasses thing. No. He keeps trying to do stuff that does not work. He got fired from his job because he was taking trips to go see her and do other business and not his work. It's the worst. And so then he decides, all right, I'll move to Panama. Doesn't have a job. Doesn't really have a means of money. Is now kind of living off of Madeline because she's doing so well with the one business he gave her. Madeline's like, she knows all of this. She knows that he is not great when it comes to him planning and keeping his word, but she still loves him because she's a teenager. He has told her that they're going to get married for sure now. She told him not to have a bachelor party with a stripper. He promised her he wouldn't and then turned around and did.
Madeline and Luke.
Luke also has a friend who met Madeline when they were is it Panama?
I don't know.
Luke had a friend who also was dating a girl from the same country Madeline's in, and they all tried to hang out, and it didn't go well because I feel like Madeline blueballed this man, but the way it was painted was like he caught Madeline in lies. Apparently, according to him, Madeline had been trying to break him up and break up him and his girlfriend. But he's like, you're doing a lot for somebody who's also cheating. And he was like, she had a party and some dude slept over in the same bed as her. And she's like, that's not what happened at all. But it caused this whole thing, this whole ruckus. Fast forward to now, him and that girl broke up. And he blames Madeline solely for this breakup. Like, he is angry.
Joke's on him. His relationship in an ending. Not the other way around.
So he knows that Madeline doesn't want Luke to have a stripper. So he gets a stripper. That'll show Madeline, I guess.
With friends like this, you really do need enemies.
So Luke's visit with Madeline, now that he's supposedly moved to Panama, hasn't been going well. He's had to cancel a lot of things because he does not have money for them. But he had promised Madeline he was going to give her all these things. So she's taken loss after loss after loss. And she's just like, I can't keep doing this. He keeps going back on his word on stuff. This is crazy. But what finally breaks the camel's back is he tells her, oh, yeah, I did have a stripper. He may or may not have slept with the stripper. I'm going to put that as an allegation. But the point is, he broke his word about having a stripper. And she loses it. And she has kicked him out of the apartment. I fear she's going to keep messing with this person. But that's where we are with that.
And that's what makes great TV, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not great TV.
The end.
I could care less about the other couples. I don't know about anybody else.
Okay. Anything else you're watching?
Is there? Let me think. Any other shows you're watching?
Nope. We were told about The Lesbian.
I was not told about this.
The show. I think it's on HBO. I think I'll try to check that out. See what I can do. Probably try to squeeze it in. I can.
I finished Heated Rivalry, just like the rest of America. So cute. It's caused a whole discourse though that I'm confused on. I'm not gonna lie, really confused. You know what Heated Rivalry is?
No.
It's two gay hockey players essentially. It's based on a book called Heated Rivalry. Same thing. It's a fujoshi book, so that's a term, not in Japan, of course, about women who like reading romances about men with men. So it's written by women for women, but the main characters are guys. There's a conversation happening with the queer community, with the LGBTQIA plus community, and how they feel like, although Heated Rivalry has become very mainstream and very popular, it's still not really a good representation of the queer community because its target audience tends to be women. And there's straight women that are feeling like the LGBTQIA community is making too big of a deal. And it's a whole weird thing of them saying like, yeah, it's about gay men, but it's not about y'all, so you don't really get a say. And then it's the queer community being like, no, it's about gay men. And we're just saying we should have a better representation of ourselves in media. It's a whole thing. And it's like kind of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So yeah, it's very interesting. But all that to say, the show is pretty cute. The show's actually really, really cute.
Yeah.
You can watch it?
No. Not a chance.
I know it's your greatest fear.
Whatever makes you happy.
Makes me happy.
Yep.
What do you think of Fallout?
I can get to the game, so I know I'm not gonna get to the show.
Okay. So a coworker told me that she didn't necessarily enjoy the first season, but she liked the story, like the lore. The lore is cool.
Yeah.
But I'm also not like really invested in watching the series, even though they're on their second season now. I don't know. That's up in the air.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Until next week. Thank you for listening to We Like That podcast.
So we like that.
Go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know you want to. And rate us 5 stars. I'm Javon.
I'm Calvin.
Later, people.
And we're out.